Or is this regular chess?
Hey everyone, we're here with Emerson playing.
Why are you laughing?
Because you're just a funny dude.
Well, thanks, man.
Playing Stuck King Singularity Chess. So Singularity Chess is this board. As you can see, this looks like it's going to be confusing to do, but we have done it before, so it's possible. Let's see how the pieces move. Bishops and rooks move incredibly different. So, and we're playing Stuck King Chess, which means unless the king cannot move ever, so it can't attack either. It can't. Well, it can never move unless it's in check. It could technically attack a piece if it's put in check and that piece is not guarded, but it can only move while it's in check. All right.
Say those rules one more time, because I think that we need our viewers to really grasp the complexity that we're dealing with.
The king cannot move unless it's in check.
Oh, is that the only other new rule?
That's the rule.
The king cannot move unless it's in check, and then everything else is normal.
Correct.
Okay. Is that something that needs to be done because of the shape of this board, or is that a rule that's added completely on?
That's the rule we have added. Okay, thank you for not seeing my mess up.
Thank you for not what?
Seeing my mess up, because you could have done the same thing I just did. And your king can't capture it because it's not in check.
Oh, okay. Whoa, I'm really confused at how this board works. Jesus Christ, man, what is this shit? Oh, wow, I'm starting to get it now. Holy shit. Kind of, except for why can the pawns move that far? That doesn't make sense to me.
What, is it 3 moves? The middle ones can move 3.
Yeah, why do the middle ones... So that, like, that... Yeah, I don't know. So has green chess gotten much more advanced?
No, I mean, these have been on here since we started. Okay. I guess I'm going to do this now. Your king can take that because it's in check. We can exchange those pieces, but I just don't know. I don't want to get attacked by a queen unexpectedly because I do not know how those queens move that well.
Okay, so I just, like, totally fucked up.
No, your king can take that.
Oh, I can?
You can take the queen because you're in check, so you can move when you're in check.
Okay. This seems really... Okay. I think I'm gonna lose.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I can only wish you the best, you know? So what's school been like?
I guess fine.
You guess fine.
I have to do a lot of work right now. I'm reading a book about Vichy France, and the book's called Renegotiating French Identity in Vichy France. So it's basically, you know what Vichy France is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just talking about the cultural propaganda that Vichy and the Nazis were trying to do. And oh, so it's kind of like, it's just it kind of talks about how composers have to like confront what they want to do with their art, as a lot of them felt like they had to react against the German state, and there's a lot of moral like feelings about that, but you also don't want to like sacrifice your artistic.
Yes. One of the many reasons. Well, I don't know. I haven't written an orchestra about Donald Trump yet.
Yeah, but it's like they were trying to take it where like everything was made political at this time. Kind of like almost everything's political now.
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty much the case now.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're quite at that level yet, but I mean, I don't think we're at a Nazi like invading our country yet. But
damn.
But yeah, I mean, I think everything's increasingly political. So it's like, yeah, I like on the surface, I would agree with you, right? Like, yeah, it's not gonna be, yeah, on the surface, I would agree with you, but it's like everything had been made political. So basically, everything you wrote was based upon stuff you'd listened to, which if you're in that culture, everyone's going to imply like a deep cultural meaning of like whether you were for France or against France. And it's like if you were for collaboration or against collaboration. So it's like, yeah, it's actually kind of really apt for how I feel right now. So the main composers it talks about is Honegger, Poulenc, Messiaen, and then those are the three main. And Pierre Schaeffer. Which I didn't know that Messiaen wrote Quartet for the End of Time as a prisoner POW, but like his prison was a joke. Like it wasn't. They had like theaters in the prison. They had like a entire theater. I mean, back in the time, this before, like, it wasn't for movies. Like they were putting on like cultural productions.
Yeah. Someone was doing their dissertation on when I was in my undergrad. A grad student was doing their dissertation on that piece. So we got to hear quite a lot about it. But I just knew that small bit of history that you mentioned.
You know the small bit of history of what?
That you mentioned how he wrote it and stuff.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like he's dealing with his religion, and they kind of just like, oh, so shit. Composers go through what I go through.
What has happened before might happen again.
Exactly.
Got some more viewers. Thanks for anyone who's watching. I hope you enjoy this nonsense.
Well, I mean, I'm playing terribly, so it's probably not pretty enjoyable.
I think people enjoy watching
someone get destroyed.
Yeah, you talking about composers while I beat you at chess.
Okay. Well, I'll keep talking about it.
I'll try to add in when I can. Um. I want a castle, just to see what it's like. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that seems to just be a lot of reading and writing. I mean, of that. Oh, they went through the same problems we have. It was weird. Yeah, I mean, it was weird seeing a lot of. Oh, you can't do that.
Oh, yeah, fuck. It was weird, what?
Can you offer a take back? It was weird, just like in grad school, reading a bunch of the articles and responses and stuff like that. It's just like these teachers and professionals and people who write these are just like children bickering at each other through emails, pretty much.
What is bickering and what?
like these, who we call professionals are just like grown adults who almost act like children bickering at each other back and forth on the internet almost.
What, like reading scholarly stuff?
Yeah.
But I mean, they, put like, they have evidence and stuff. Right? I mean, I guess you're saying that cognitive maturity is all they have, and that it's like intellectual maturity, but it's not necessarily like emotional or like maturity, or you're not even making that biggest.
I don't know. None of us are really that equipped to do a lot of the jobs that we. I don't know.
I don't know. What I'm finding in the world is like pretty much either like life's just bullshitting, and like if you choose not to bullshit, then you're gonna fuck up.
Thanks for not taking that night. But I also could have taken your rook with my bishop when it was on that C square, and I didn't see that. So, there's that.
Dude, this is the weirdest fucking board in the fucking world.
Matt has told me. Okay. I didn't see how that worked, but I'll take it.
Matt told you what?
Out of this board, and there's a board called Infinity Chess that Infinity Chess confuses them more.
What is the Infinity Chess?
It's just a different type of chessboard.
That's descriptive.
It's in the shape of an infinity symbol.
Okay. So it doesn't really have to do with infinity, or it does? Like, does it imply an infinite space within which you can work, or?
Okay, I gotta actually watch out for stalemate, because this is gonna be really annoying. Does it imply? No, I don't know. I mean, you just look at the board, and if you want, it's on this website. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Cool. I sent you a rematch.
You sent me a re?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, man. I don't know. I feel like I just need to get this piece done so that I can like write a good piece.
Do you have a like quota of how many pieces you have to do or anything like that?
Oh man, it's super chill, but it's not really like my professor's kind of. I think he's like starting to wonder like why the fuck it's taking me so long to write a piece.
Well, so do you have a quota or what was the answer to that question?
No, but it's kind of just like you gonna want to write because you're here, you know?
Yeah, but so like, what about like for anything for graduation? Like, do you have to have a certain amount of things played or a certain amount of things?
Well, all you gotta do for your graduation is you gotta write a 25-page, like 30-page publishable article, and then you gotta do a big piece. It only needs to be one piece.
A 25-minute piece?
No, just a big piece, whatever you consider that. Like a big work, like a work that's a lot. And then you're kind of expected to write for the incoming artist. So I guess yeah, you're expected to write for the incoming artist. So you write for at least 2 incoming artists per year. At least 2, and then it looks like you'll get. So usually you'll be expected to write at least 3 pieces per year. But it's assumed you'll write more than that when you have time.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and then the other paper I'm writing about is not diegetic and non-diegetic music and film.
So yeah, oh yeah, paper. So like, yeah. What about what about like the extra work outside of class, homework, papers, stuff like that?
What do you mean? Like homework and stuff?
Yeah, homework and papers, whatnot.
Homework and papers are pretty chill. It's just a bunch of work at the end, you know? I guess you can pace yourself out, which is what I need to do a better job of. I mean, I have a 5-page book review. That's the Vichy France thing. And then I have like a 20-page paper on film music I got to do with annotated bibliography. And I got to do some teaching notebook thing. So it's a lot. But...
How much free time do you have usually?
A lot, but I shouldn't really have this much. Like, because I should be networking with people and all that kind of stuff. But I've just been kind of, I don't know, I'm still in a weird feeling. I don't know.
I mean, I don't like networking, so there's always that.
Yeah, I mean, but I shouldn't be looking at it as networking. I mean, I really should just be getting to know my colleagues. But I didn't really set myself up well for that because I kind of talked myself way down when I first met everyone. Which was pretty stupid.
I suck, everyone.
That's literally basically what I said. Just I was really self-conscious and I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I'm still like figuring it out. But it's like weird. Like, I didn't have any confidence in my writing, which I don't really have any confidence right now. That's why it's so hard for me to write, because it's just like, what the fuck am I writing? I just don't, like, I don't know. It feels like everyone kind of knows, like, their belief system or something by now. I just don't feel like I feel like I've lost all that. So it's like I don't really have a place of where I'm going. Like, I'm kind of confused a little bit. It seems like a lot of the composers, like, have big opinions about stuff, but I'm like, I don't really have big opinions on things, because, like, I feel like I'm, like, smart enough to know that, like, there's so much I don't know that, like, how can I have any real opinion about anything? I don't know. It's a pretty stupid way to look at things, but I don't know. I'm trying to get over that.
I mean, I pretty much agree with that. There's, like, I've met a lot of people that just seem really, I don't know, just overly cocky, and in a field that, like, no one knows anything about, really.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is about it is, like, in life in general, like I said earlier, you either bullshit or you don't bullshit. And if you don't bullshit, you're probably going to be depressed and do nothing with your life. So I just need to kind of get over it and just pick something to believe in and just fucking believe it. Who the fuck cares? Like, I'm finding it doesn't really matter what you believe in, as long as it's not, like,
You should believe in Scientology.
Serial killer or, like, raping people. You could probably just believe whatever and then do it really passionately, and you'll probably be successful.
Could I convert you to Scientology?
I mean, I don't think most people think that that's a really good thing. So you need to just pick something that's somewhat mainstream and whatever. Like, so if you want to be a musician, it's mainstream to be really left-leaning. So it's like, just choose whatever the mainstream is.
Not if you're a country singer.
Then, yeah, whatever the fuck, then probably not that. But generally, if you're into music, especially in the academic setting, that's what I mean. And it's like, just go ahead and, if you can't decide what to believe, just go ahead and go on CNN or Twitter and get your beliefs from that, and then just be really passionate about it, and you'll probably be great. That's my view on it. I don't know. I have a hard time sometimes, like, I just have a hard time picking my beliefs right now. I don't really feel passionate about a lot because I just don't know what's right. But nothing's really right. I mean, I think, like, we don't really know anything. Everything's just a heuristic for something else, for a truth that it, like you said, reality's all something made up by evolution for our perception of it. So I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes I just bullshit, and it's like, dude, just stop being immature. Just grow up and have some beliefs. That's how I feel. Do you think there's some truth to that?
I don't know why you would say grow up and have beliefs, like.
Well, I've never seen a successful adult who didn't have some kind of thing they believed in passionately and, like.
Well, I mean, that's because we see interviews and they ask questions like, "What are the 3 most things?" I mean, I don't think most people are like. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd say some religious people, but like.
Well, here's what I would say. I would say you're right. So there's basically 2 kinds of happy people I see in the world. The people who, for any number of reasons, find a way to not think deeply about life and take it pretty much on a certain level of, or not think deeply in a massive sense, in a societal sense, or some kind of universal sense. Whether that be because they're not interested in it, they don't have the capacity to think like that and analyze it in any way that would make it particularly interesting to them. For whatever reason, those people, I think, can tend to have a potential for happiness. And then the other people are the people who can analyze things deeply but end up choosing a stance on that idea. I think those people also have a potential for happiness. But someone who does think deeply about something in a universal sense, but cannot choose it or won't choose it, is like doomed to not be happy. Do you agree with that? Like the chances of them being happy is much lower.
Seems reasonable to say.
Yeah, well, that's where I feel like I'm at.
You want to make a move?
What?
You want to make a move?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, so that's where I feel like I'm at. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think, I mean, I think there is, some truth to the phrase "ignorance is bliss."
Yeah. Honestly, I believe that so much. Like,
But
sometimes I never fucking read anything about any philosopher at any point ever.
but also but also think that it's then not logical to say like if you're not ignorant you're not happy, and there's no other way to be happy besides being ignorant.
Yeah, but that's not a truth. That doesn't imply that. I mean, it's just like the square and the triangle, you know? I mean, the square and the rectangle.
Yeah.
Like, it could imply that if you are ignorant, your odds of being happy are very high. But that doesn't necessarily mean that if you aren't ignorant, they'll be very low. Does it necessarily entail that?
I don't think so. Doesn't have to.
Isn't that what you were implying by what you just said?
Well, I'm just saying that's. I want to just make that clear then.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Like, I just wish I could just. Yeah, I don't know. It's like just. Ugh. I just have a hard time, like. I don't know, dating people or anything. Like, there's somebody who's interested in me right now, and it's just like, I don't know, yeah. It's, like, hard for me to care. I'm like, I care in certain aspects, but then in other ways, I just don't care at all. I don't know. But it's like, supposedly I want to date someone, but it's like, when I do have an opportunity, it's like, I really just don't care. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, maybe I just want to be alone and chill. Maybe.
But you gotta be able to be alone with yourself too. I mean, that's one thing.
Yeah. I guess I just don't know what I want anymore. What I want seems to change with the wind.
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, that's how our brains work.
Yeah, it's a great system, isn't it?
You just moved your knight there and then move it back?
I did, because I want to defend that little square that you can try to get me. Oh yeah, no, you just beat me. Right?
I moved to D, the first one? I don't know.
Yeah, you just beat me.
Yeah. No!
What happened? I can take that?
My rook's not guarding it.
Oh, the rook doesn't extend all the way across. Oh, that's funny, dude. You just fucked up major.
You lured
See, I'm
me
happy
in.
now. That's the key to happiness, is beating your friend in chess.
Seems like a good key to happiness. You can't do that. Oh yeah, you can. Were you in check? Yeah, you're in check. Okay. My bad.
Yeah, I was in check, so don't give me mouth about that. You understand me?
Understand.
Oh, man. Life's a crazy thing, dude. I think I worry about stuff too much. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. That's the other thing. It's like, dude, just stop worrying and just do your work. You think that's good advice for myself?
It's not terrible. Are you a worrier? I don't know. It depends on the situation, really, too. Like, let's see. What would a situation be? I mean, I don't know. I got stressed a lot with my thesis and stuff. I don't know. Okay, so I'm in check. Oh, okay, I'm in check. You cannot take that with your king.
Oh. Okay. Like, one of the most exciting things that I have that I'm excited about right now is playing the new Red Dead Redemption 2. Have you seen trailers for that thing?
I was laughing because South Park has been making jokes about that like the last 2 episodes.
What did they make jokes about it?
Like,
I gotta watch it, dude.
Every single person in the town of South Park is playing Red Dead Redemption.
Who is? What?
Every single person in the town.
It's killing me, dude, because I've been obsessively watching stuff about it. So I bet that episode would make me laugh so fucking hard. Is it free on the internet somewhere?
I'm not sure.
So what happens? Does the town, like, break down? Or, like, what happens?
They're kind of breaking down because they're being attacked by Man Bear Pig at that time.
Oh, Man Bear Pig comes back?
Yeah.
And is he somehow, like, related to the game or something?
No, he's a metaphor for global warming.
Oh, that's the original thing that he was a metaphor for, right?
Yeah.
So does it make fun of Western stuff a lot in this one?
Say that again?
Does it make fun of Western things, like, as in, like, the Old West? Do you know what Red Dead Redemption is?
Yeah, it's more. So like,
Like,
more of a plot line is, a cop is mad that a case isn't finished because he wants to get home and play Red Dead Redemption. What are you doing?
there's nothing for me to do, man. I don't have any pieces. Like, what do you mean? Does it matter at this point what I do? Like, should I start playing logically now? Like, you're assuming, like, I should continue to try to win at this point. Like, anyway, so a cop is mad about what?
There's a bunch of school shootings going around. And he's mad that the case isn't solved yet because he wants to get home and play Red Dead Redemption.
I mean, dude, you know that game, you know how good that game is, right?
You can't move your king unless it's check.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, man.
I can't get my rook out. Look at that rook.
You can get your rook out. Just push up some pawns.
Push some pawns out, yeah.
Have you looked at the trailers for it, dude?
No.
Why are you laughing? You're laughing at me. Do you think I'm a loser?
The chat said tell him to get good.
Oh. Tell him.
As in you, I'm guessing. Or me. It could be telling me.
No, tell tell him or her on that little chat.
Why aren't you perfect at Singularity Chess, Emerson? I would have thought you would have mastered Singularity Chess by now.
Why are they commenting? Come on, the star of the show here is our conversation. It's not the game. They're missing the point of this whole affair. Guys, ask him if he or she wants me to try hard next time.
I think it's likely.
I think you would like that too, wouldn't you?
That's likely, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna resign right now. I'm gonna try my hardest. Okay. You ready?
If you want, how many games is this the second game of this?
Yeah, so it's time to go, isn't it?
You wanna move on to another one, or what do you wanna do?
I don't know. Not sure.
Let's. I'm gonna stop the recording, but continue streaming. And you wanna just go to Elite Chess?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching the Singularity Chess. We're gonna be switching over to some other types of chess.